Good morning, class 6. Today, our topic is interconservation of states of matter. Last, we have studied about solid, liquid, gas, about diffusion, about other things. Today, we will be studying about conversion of states of matter. Matter can change its form from one state to another, like water can convert into ice, and that can change into gaseous states too, also, that is evaporation. So water, which is in liquid form, can change into a gaseous state, and on heating, and when we are freezing it, it changes into a solid form. The change of matter from one state to another, usually due to the change of temperature, is called interconversion of the state of matter. In interconversion state of matter is reversible process, because water we are reversing into ice, and then ice to gas. Ice, when we give it to melt, it changes into water. Again, water, when we are boiling, it changes into gas. So this is a reversible process. The effect of heat are reversed by cooling. Also, in an interconversion of state, a matter, the chemical composition of the matter does not change. Water, H2O, remains H2O. It turns into solid, but or vapor, but it remains in water molecules only. The water molecules are not changing. Now, solid to liquid. A solid substance changes to liquid at a state of heating. When you are heating an object, that if we heat ice, it changes into water. This process in which solid changes into liquid is known as melting. As ice is melting at a certain heat, so different solids have different melting points. Now, liquid into gas. When we heat water, a gaseous liquid changes into gaseous substance, and that also at a certain temperature, and that is known as boiling, because due to boiling, evaporation occurs. So the process in which a liquid changes into a gaseous form when heated or above its boiling point, it is known as boiling. Now, during evaporation, a liquid changes into gases. That we naturally see, because when we boil water for tea, we can see evaporation come up. When rice is being cooked, we can see water vapors are coming up in form of evaporation. If you put a hand, you can feel the hot and then water particles. Evaporation takes place on the surface of the liquid, whereas boiling occurs throughout the liquid. Evaporation, you can feel, takes place on the surface of the liquid. If you are putting your hand at the side, no, at the top only. Whereas boiling occurs in every part of the water particles. Now, from gaseous to liquid. A gaseous substance changes into liquid state on cooling. Now, when this evaporation is going on, when we boil water for tea, if you put a cover on it, and if that cover is cold, you can see small particles of water vapor, water drops on that utensil, because when the evaporated water is coming and touching the cold obstacles, they are converting into small droplets of water. The process by which a gas on cooling changes into a liquid is called condensation. For example, water vapors again change into water particles on cooling. Mist. When there is mist in the atmosphere, those particles, mist are here I am talking about the vapor that is coming out, that is the mist. When they come out and come in contact with cold things, then those mist turn into small drops of waterlets. You can try at home and you can see the formations. Next is liquid to solid. Now, the process in which a liquid changes into a solid in a certain temperature is known as freezing. For instance, when water is put into a refrigerator, then it changes into solid at a certain temperature, and this is known as freezing. Example will be ice. Today we will do two more changes are there. Those two changes are okay. For today this much. Next I will explain in the next class. Okay, thank you.